Welcome back to another Wind Down Wednesday with your girl Soul's Journey. Listen, baby, I am sitting here on the porch with one of my favorites, DJ Ross Muata. DJ! What's going on, love?
Oh, man, everything is everything. Just taking life as it comes.
Yes. That's what's up. I've been following you on your journey. Listen, thank you so much for taking my call. I wanted to honor you, Black man. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that.
Oh, welcome. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes. Now listen, tell the people about you, who you are.
Ooh, where do I begin? It was a little black boy born in Buffalo.
I love that. Yes, let's start there.
Buffalo, New York, born and raised. As far as how it ties in professionally for me right now, second generation DJ on both sides. Both my uncle, who's my mother's twin, was a DJ, and my dad was a DJ.
Oh, wow.
And right now, currently production coordinator at Power 96.5 here in Buffalo.
Woo-woo.
Legendary Buffalo. Sitting in the same exact chair doing the same exact job that my dad actually did like 20 years prior to me.
Oh my God. Are you serious? I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is dope. I love that.
I forgot about it until I was hired.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's...
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, it's like this strange thing where as a black boy growing up in Buffalo, you try to distinguish yourself from everybody else. And my big thing was trying to distinguish myself from, like, differentiate myself from my dad. And, like, at every single turn in life, even unintentionally, I ended up following in his footsteps anyways.
Wow.
It's so hilarious. It took me a while, but I finally come to accept, okay, just going to follow this man's footsteps and uphold the legacy. Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. We were just talking about that the other day too, on how you know your purpose. We really know our purpose when we're born. And it's all about going back and like remembering who we are, remembering like that passion. So it's funny that you said that, and when did you accept it? When you accepted the job, did you accept it, or when did you accept it?
Probably last year.
Really?
My last birthday was like, yeah, you know what? I don't know, because I usually take time during birthdays to just reflect and see how the journey's gone so far, and things I've accomplished, things I want to accomplish, and what has affected that outcome, or that's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. But so I'm like, you know what? I'm looking at every stage. I was looking at every stage of my life, and every stage of my life, my dad was there as far as footsteps taken, intentionally and but mostly unintentionally. So it was like, okay, you know what? I think the ancestors are trying to tell me. Just accept it, and some things are different. Also, I am my own person, but I don't know. I just became more accepting of legacy at that time.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to actively push my son to do the same.
Now here you go. Like,
Right?
come on. I accepted it. Come on. I want you accepting it too.
Right.
This is for us. Okay?
But it's mostly I just want him to move home and carry these speakers for me because I'm getting up here. Like,
come on. I need you now. I need your muscles.
Hey, I was was 10 years old carrying those milk crates worth of with the vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to be tortured too.
I love
Like,
that. That's what makes you grow, though. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, like all of that stuff. You know, have seeing the legacy or seeing history being made. You know what I'm saying? Like that's awesome because a lot of us don't get that. A lot of little black boys from Buffalo don't get to experience even having a father in their house. So,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Or being around that man and having him rear you. So, that's awesome in
Yeah.
itself. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no, I've realized how lucky I am. It was like, I tell people all the time, I was lucky enough to have two fathers, and a whole bunch of uncles. So it was like there were always examples around me. And then, you know, my mother and her sisters were close. And I was wise enough to actually listen while they were around the coffee table, talking about those things and just taking those things in also.
Yeah. I definitely could see that spirit in you cuz I feel like you have an old soul. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you have an old soul to a certain extent. You know. A wise, you're a wise man.
You know what? They did used to call me the man on the mountain top in high school.
Not the man on the mountaintop, but listen, we need that man on the mountaintop. We need somebody that's going to tell us what's ahead. We need somebody that's going to tell us, you know what I mean? So, accept that too. Embrace that too. Now listen, what gave you, okay, so that was a part of you having a love for music, seeing your father go through his journey. And so what's some of your other passions that you have?
Well, I don't know, music is really a big one, because it was always a constant. Literature, of course. Like, you know, literature and food. You give me good music, good food, and a good book, I'm good.
That's what's up.
And really just the study of our people. In particular, liberation movements throughout the years. Because I actually didn't think I was going to be in this position. First I started off that I thought I was going to be doing civil rights law. And then a couple of conversations with a couple of professors, it turned, thought I was going to be in academia teaching, like lecturing on liberation studies. Some things fell apart, and I ended up leaving grad school. And oh, good Lord!
I'm taking you back a little bit.
Yeah. Like, picture it, 2000.
Yes.
That was 2000. No, it was 2009. And my cousin Jomo was already doing a reggae show on Waffle. And he asked me for some help on Sundays, and I was like, well, I'm not doing anything else right now. So I actually fell into that, and I'm watching the process. And okay, I gotta take you back to the early 90s.
Okay.
In the early 90s, I was part of back when we had community initiatives and programs. I was part of this community group, Buffalo Community Partnership. Yeah, they were funded out from a grant from Buff State, but they were teaching teens media pretty much.
Okay.
So of course, me being an overachiever, I was the star pupil, but like they did videography, which I pretty much mastered. And actually, I'm starting to pick that up again also.
Nice.
Newspaper production, and of course, radio.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those lessons that they were teaching on radio kind of came back to me while I was sitting in 89 LaSalle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was the ego thing really coming back up to it. And I was like, you know what? I could do this better.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I was seeing the struggle. It's like, I can do this better. Of course, already having the background of family DJs, I was like, well, at least I don't have to carry record crates. So,
exactly.
it was like I already had my personal music library of pretty much the same songs. So it was just adjusting the skills I had learned as a child, as far as the DJ aspect, to the new millennial ways of doing things. But I've always been quick to pick up tech, and once I got that down, we're just off and running.
Yes. Awesome. And here you are.
I am.
And here you are. That's amazing. So tell me about your spiritual journey, because I heard you mention the ancestors.
Well,
we going there.
This next statement may shock a lot of people.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, including family, just assume that I'm either Christian in a traditional sense or Rastafarian. And I'm pretty much neither.
Okay.
I think the best way to describe where I'm at currently spiritually is I like to say a traditional Africanist. But with modern twists.
Okay.
So, oh, good Lord. Okay.
Here we go.
I try to take the best traditions of our ancestors, you know, and incorporate those into my life. So, you know, I still give honor to the church that raised me, and to the Rasta movement that got me through my teen to early adult years. But as I understood more about how it all ties together, and even other spiritual practices from Buddhism and those things, I've pretty much come to, I don't know, it's like, I just believe my truth, justice, righteousness, harmony, reciprocity.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
imbalance. And it was like, as long as you keep those in your heart, I think you can't go wrong. You know, I do believe is kind of wishy-washy. I know that there is a divine presence.
Absolutely.
That governs the universe. And I know that the ancestors guide my life and protect me upon this journey, because they are literally with us in our DNA. So it's
Absolutely.
like, why would they not be moving on that spiritual plane?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I would love to talk to you more off screen, quote unquote. Yeah, I would love to talk to you more about that, because I'm very interested in that. Yeah. So here we are. Tell me, what advice would you give your younger self?
That's a good one. That's a really good one. think the first thing I would tell my younger self is to be a little kinder to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on it, but I am a person who I'm literally my worst critic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody can criticize me like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely tell them, be kinder to yourself, give yourself more grace.
Yeah.
Because in the end, everything will work out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the way you saw it,
Mm-hmm.
but it will work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I always say that goes back to like trusting the process.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know? Like, it's just, you know, we find it kind of hard to find our balance and like hard to like you said, we're hard on ourselves at that stage of life, you know, those early stages. So that's some good advice. What if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would that one word be?
Oh, come on now, you know I'm a Gemini. I can't do one word.
I didn't even think about Gemini, bitch. I'm telling you, happy birthday and everything. Listen, and we gotta give him a shout out. Happy birthday! Your birthday was the other day. Yes, yesterday. But okay, listen. So go ahead and no, you can't give us two. Give me one. Give me one. You have to put them together.
Complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But also I'm a Gemini, which means I'm also a contradiction because although I'm complicated, I'm also very simple.
Right. The duality. Like, oh my God, yeah. Geminis, I know. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that, you being a Gemini. Listen.
That's because I keep the bad twin locked up.
I can see that.
Yeah, part of my life's journey has been mastering when to pull him out. Like when the situation is appropriate. There's sometimes people push your buttons and you just can't help it. But usually there's a warning. It's like, look, you don't want them problems.
I'm trying to told you now. I'm trying to told you. This ain't what you want, bruh. This ain't So listen, so how would you say what are some of the techniques and the tools that you have used to master that?
Meditation. When meditation and visualization, oh good Lord. Going back to my Highgate Heights.
Come on now. Come on. Bring Highgate out.
Yeah. No, when I was younger, I had some anger management issues.
Okay.
Fortunately, they used to call it resource back then. But basically, it was a counselor, Miss Richards. But I hadn't thought about her in years. But she basically taught me the technique of just being still and matter of fact, the technique, and I still use it to this day. Just picture yourself floating on a cloud and everything that's angering you, trolling you, it's like floating away.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I see it.
And then later, through some martial arts studies, I've learned different breathing techniques and so, yeah.
Wow. Especially, I mean, that had to be a powerful technique in order for you to go back to your Highgate. Your Highgate years. So Highgate, how old? Now tell your audience how old you were during that time. Because some people don't know what Highgate is.
Yeah, no, Highgate Heights, Old School 80, Buffalo Public School 80, elementary and middle school. That was 6th grade. So,
wow.
Jesus, how old are you in 6th grade?
Yeah,
It's
like
been so
11,
long since I done had.
yeah, like 11, 12. So that's
Yeah,
deep.
that sounds about right.
And the point that I'm trying to make is you using that technique all the way until now.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Shout out to you, Miss Richardson.
Yeah. Everybody from the town know Miss Richardson.
That's dope. That's dope. Wow. Yeah, interesting. And that lets us know that going into those schools and the school system to help our little brown and black boys to have that, teach them that they have the power to manage what they need to manage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about giving back in that way?
I did for a hot second. But then I thought about being locked in for 8 hours every day. It's like, I think my kids taught me that I wasn't going to be cut out to be a school teacher. You know, but I do, well, I haven't this year, but I have been involved in like Saturday academies and, you know, after school programs. And of course, I was always the dad with my children, and even when my nephews were in grammar school and throughout high school. I was, oh, good Lord. Now, I'm just remembering those field trips now, like 15 women, and I'm the only dude. And I'm like, you want me to pick them all up?
Right.
Like, these don't even belong to us. Fine.
I got it.
I don't know about, but especially my daughter, but it gave the children bragging rights also. It was like, you know, you actually see my dad. He's here.
Yes.
But I tell you, I was so damn happy when another father showed up.
Like, yes, bruh. Yes. Y'all slapping each other up. Brother. That's good though. Oh my gosh. That's good. And that's a huge responsibility. Just being a black man, that's a huge responsibility.
Right.
And especially to have children and to also be involved so heavily in their lives. You know, a lot of black men, or a lot of men, period, don't even take that responsibility serious. So for you to take that on with your own children as well as other people's children, you know what I mean? Like that's see, this is why you're being honored. You're being honored for a reason.
Like somebody got to raise these kids.
Okay. Listen. This is the truth. This is the truth. So where can your audience find you?
Well, I guess first things first. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. No, not Twitter anymore. I don't really use Twitter, but TikTok, everything's the same. DJ Ross Muata. And every Friday night, 10 p.m. until mixing on Waffle 1080, Power 96.5, Power965radio.com online. So no matter where you're at in the world, you can hear the Set It Off session.
Yes.
Best in black music.
Period. Let's go. Wait, we right up there together. Hold on. No. No, I love it. I love it. Listen, shout out to Sheila.
Yep. Shout out to boss lady Sheila Brown.
Mm-hmm.
No, it just I do have to specify because the station's programming. Oh, good Lord, which I'm actually responsible for also.
I love it.
I do
love
so
it
many
that.
jobs. I do so many jobs I forget until I'm in the midst of doing them.
Mm-hmm.
But the regular format is R&B, classic throwbacks with gospel.
Mm-hmm.
But my show is a mixed show, and that gives me a little more freedom and leeway. So I'm going to give you. Well, I don't really do that. I'm going to give you R&B, old school and new school.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy on the 90s and 2000s. But I'm also going to give you hip hop. I'm also going to give you dancehall.
Mm-hmm.
The good dancehall.
The good dancehall. Yes. Bring your patois out, please.
Okay. And I'm also going to give you Afro beats. So, you'll get, I used to call it a Pan-African mix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you'll get with me.
Nice. Yes. Power 96.5. Let's go. Listen, I'm so happy that you came to sit on the porch with me. I appreciate you.
So happy too.
Yes.
Next time we gotta have some mint juleps.
Yeah, there you go. Please and thank you. It has been a pleasure, and it is my duty to honor you as a Black man. So thank you for coming out, and I do truly honor you. I love you.
Love you too.
Yes, much love. Sending much love and light to you. Thank you for stopping by.
Anytime.
You are tuned in to K87 The Nation, Myrtle Beach's #1 station. Tap in.